Along with our broadcast team of Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldrich, Kevin Harlan, I hope you'll join us in welcoming our very special guest to the broadcast tonight. The terrific, the legendary Kobe Bryant has put on a headset and placed himself in our broadcast position. Kobe, this is really terrific. Thank you for coming by.
No, I'm always happy to stop by.
You look at the Grizzlies. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And for the Grizzlies, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
The talent's not there, Greg. Plain and simple. You can't fault their effort, but they just don't have the roster to compete with the big boys.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson down low with Gasol. Conley out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot.
Look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
And the Black Mamba nickname, one of the things that I think fans really embrace. They know you for that. How did that all come about?
Well, honestly, watching Kill Bill.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding. It came straight from Tarantino. When I saw him, I thanked him for it.
Oh, I like that story.
Yep, came straight from there. I looked at it and said, wow, that's an interesting angle. Look it up.
It makes sense.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah. And you like that nickname?
I did. It became my alter ego, right? So when I'm at home, I'm like a big teddy bear. I'm like a human jungle gym with my kids. But when I strap up my Mambas, I enter that zone. Right, enter that don't play around zone.
I like that zone. Yeah. Your opponents didn't like that zone. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Man, that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Man, the only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite their lack of effort, Greg.
And so it's Memphis with it. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And it falls over the rim and in. Conley's got his first points of the night. Ball with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Passes to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Temple. He's covered by Ingram. Temple can't get it to go. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. James finds McGee. Lays it up off the glass. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here is Conley. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
But while he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Now James. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Now let's send it over to David Aldrich, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Right, Kevin. When he talked about this game plan, he said the other team is just too fast to make this an up-and-down battle. He said if this is a half-court game, we win, and if it's a fast-break game, they win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Parsons on the wing. James covering. And Parsons kicks to Jackson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James. The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Kobe, how important is it for young players to have mentors?
Oh, extremely important. I consider them the North Star. Right? They're always there to provide guidance and kind of a map of generally where you want to go, the direction you want to go. And I always felt muses were important because if I could study them and see how they got to where they are, then it'll help me avoid some of the landmines that they may have stepped on and had to persevere through.
And gracious of you to become a mentor now for so many.
Well, it's part of the responsibility, I think, of giving back to the game, right? The game has given me so much. I've had great mentors in my life, and I feel like it's important to pay it forward.
And another miss by Memphis.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Memphis.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
Conley scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Temple. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Kuzma. They need this one. Dishes the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the size and skill set of Ball is unique, which is why defenders have a hard time guarding.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's checked in for Brandon Ingram. No good on the second free throw.
His quiet, easygoing nature, that's what Ball brings. That's what makes him so likable. He's someone his team loves to play for, and they generally respect.
Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Kuzma. Ball against Conley. McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And love how Ball uses the pick and roll to his advantage. Excellent at creating passes around defenders.
And Temple kicks to Jackson. Conley with the 3. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent at scoring through contact.
Max checked in for the Grizzlies. For Los Angeles, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Kobe are so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the all-star games, the all-defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
And that was obvious.
That's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feel.
Yeah.
The Lakers trail. And stolen by Parsons. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Yep, that one goes.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Now, here's Ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now, that was timely.
For Memphis, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And Mack gets to Gasol. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Lakers, number 1.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense. And these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Now the pass to Kuzma. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That is his first foul of the game. Hart, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hondo comes in for Lonzo Ball. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Caspi, he's checked in for Jackson. Dylan Brooks comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Marshawn Brooks in for Garrett Temple.
Determination and focus inside. Not a lot you can do against James once he gets the ball right there.
Inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Kobe, a lot of teams now playing a more spread-out offensive style. You played with a spread four and Robert Horry and Mar Odom. You also played with more of a twin tower feel on your roster. Which way would you lean when you think about those different styles?
That doesn't matter to me.
You like them all?
Yeah, it just depends on the personnel that you have.
Right.
And with the personnel that you have, you make the most out of it.
That puzzle you keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every puzzle is built differently.
Right.
Right? And you just try to do what you can with what you have. So it doesn't matter.
And you like that figuring out process.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even though you're the same, you've got to kind of adapt now what's on your roster.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt to the players that you have around you, you know, and understanding what they need. It's not what you need. It's what do they need. And as long as the leader of the team can make that shift, they'll be fine with whatever they have on the roster.
Great description. Back to McGee. Outside for Rondo. Hart the pass to LeBron. Goes back up. Gasol with the rebound.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. No good on that one. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Memphis also making a switch. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rondo finds Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Rondo. He's covered by Mack. Back to Caldwell-Pope for the three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Caldwell-Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Brooks, the pass to Noah. Back to Brooks, and it's Kentavious. Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Brooks against Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that.
In the NBA, because the players are so individually great and we all know about them, and the league pushes them in that direction. You know, you got the torch from Michael. You then gave it to LeBron. Before that, you know, it was Dr. J. And how I find that amazing how the torch is passed from one great player to another, yet each are so individual in their accomplishments. Did you like receiving it, and did you like passing it on?
Yeah, I love both, you know, the receiving and then passing it on, because it's the infinite cycle. It's an infinite loop, and the game just continues to evolve, and players continue to grow. And so I was happy to be a part of that change after watching it for so many years growing up, from, you know, Magic and Larry, and then to Michael, and then myself and LeBron, and now whoever comes next. It's an infinite loop, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Kobe, talking about passing the torch, do you actually say, hey, you're taking over when I leave the game? And then on top of that, did Jordan say the same thing to you? Hey, Kobe, it's your league now. Take it.
No, it becomes apparent when you start winning championships. That's the tell-all, right? Can you lead a team to win a championship? And not just one, but multiple championships. And that's what determines who gets the torch next.
Ingram kicks to Caldwell-Pope. And that one's on target from the wing. Caldwell-Pope's got 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Brooks outside. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Lakers leading by 8. Ingram passes to Hart. That one a little long. Memphis has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Ingram with the steal. Goes up and slam dunk by Ingram.
Ingram's length and activity paying off. Great transition defense to offense.
Here's Mack. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks it to Casper. The dish to Brooks. Here is Caspi. He's covered by Ingram. Can they get it? And it's Ingram with the rebound. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Lakers have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Noah finds Brooks. Here is Caspi. And again, Memphis, no good.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
And it's Ingram missing. And here is Mack.
Yeah, and the appreciation I have for Rondo, he's able to stay with his man and then uses his speed to just affect the shot.
And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Caspi. Marshawn Brooks is out there with Shelvin Mack. Then there's Noah. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. Now here's Brooks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He gets it in there. And Kobe, you look at the different styles and different approaches the teams employ. How much input did you have to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is how I think we should play?
Yeah, well, that was the beauty about Phil's system, the triangle, was that the players had to take the responsibility of making it what it was. Right? He gave us a format to play out of, and he gave us the structure. But within that structure, you have a myriad of options.
Right.
And it's our responsibility, it was Michael's and Scotty's responsibility, to figure out how to put Luke Longley, how to put Derek Fisher in the right spot on the floor to take advantage of the defense that you're facing.
Sounds complicated.
No, but you know, when you look at it, like the triangle, it spells things out very simplistically because you have rules.
Right.
When you have rules, then it's very easy to say, okay, when this happens, this happens. Mm-hmm. When that happens, this happens. Right? So it makes the game very, very easy to measure. And so things don't happen on accident. Right? They happen with intent.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes it to Ball. Lobs it up there for Ingram. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great scoring potential for Ingram. He's a rare combination of height and skill.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Caspi.
Substitution for the Grizzlies.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Brooks outside. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Jumps up and slam dunk by Ingram.
Solid at swiping the ball away. Ball is great at studying his man and anticipating his next move.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Outside Conley. Rondo against Jackson. Over Rondo. And another miss by Memphis. Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Hart the pass to Chandler. Kicks it to Ball. Six to shoot. Outside Rondo. Over Noah. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Rondo's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Kobe, you've made no apologies throughout your career about being a scorer, but how do you strike that balance between getting buckets and keeping your teammates involved?
Well, it's a thin line, especially for scorers, because when you're locked into that mentality, it's very easy. It's almost like a racehorse. You're racing with blinders on. You don't see anything else. You have one focus, right? And so it becomes a matter of trying to understand when to attack throughout the course of the game. So the first 3 quarters, maybe I'll lay back. Or maybe even it's just the first quarter, then close out the first half strong. So you go into halftime with some momentum. But then at the end of the game, that's when you put the blinders back on and you really race for that finish line. And so everything in between just becomes a matter of setting up the pieces so that then you can close the game out the right way. So that's how I thought about it.
And I can sense by the way you describe this that you had to know your teammates' game as well as your own game.
Well, yeah, you got to know how they're feeling going into the game.
Yeah.
Right? Does Pau Gasol have it tonight? How's LO feeling tonight? Right? You got to be able to measure those things. And, if you feel like the team's going to get off to somewhat of a sluggish start, that's when you kick it into high gear immediately. Right? And so it's a bit of a guessing game, but it's more so being able to spend the time with your teammates and talk to them. And that'll help you gauge a little bit better.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Chandler. And the baseline jumper, no good. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Memphis. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Brooks misses. Lakers leading by 19. Here's Kuzma. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Conley with it. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Ball. Temple dishes to Brooks. Conley kicks to Jackson. Back to Conley. Shoots it. That's short off the rim.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Now here's Rondo to the inside. Lets it go. Noah with the block. And he's able to get it back. Kuzma passes to Chandler. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Temple. He's covered by Ball. Noah finds Conley. And again, Memphis no good. Los Angeles leading by 21. And league-wide, we see the growth of advanced analytics. So, Kobe, when you saw some of those advanced measures come into play, was there any particular thing that ever struck you as, well, that's strange, I never thought of that before?
There was one time, I think Shane Battier was talking about defending me or something like that. He was using analytics to do it. He was expressing how it was tough because I was 50% attack to the right, 50% attack to the left, which was awesome to see that numerically. Because I'd always try to consciously do that and be aware of that.
To mix up your game.
Yeah. But it was cool to be able to see how the numbers could break down a game to that level of detail. It's fascinating.
Hard, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Grizzlies, Gasol comes in for Joakim Noah. And Parsons subbed in for Brooks. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Kuzma. Launches a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Kuzma's got his third bucket of the night.
The timing, the precision. You got to respect Kuzma's ability to drain shots off the pass.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out and take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Chandler with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Temple. Tipped away. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
He feeds it to James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
The Grizzlies have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Conley kicks to Gasol. James against Parsons. Outside Conley. Buries the long-range jumper. Conley's got 10.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Back to Hart from outside the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's the feed to Parsons. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Conley. The Lakers with the rebound. Chandler's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. LeBron with the bucket. He's got 12.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Parsons against LeBron. Here's Conley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Oh, man, he's not scared to go in amongst the trees. Conley's athleticism down inside helps draw the defense into him.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Memphis also making some changes. Caspi, he's checked in for Jackson. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Garrett Temple. Los Angeles leading by 22. Now Ball. The pass to Kuzma. Fires the 3. Mack grabs the miss. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Outside Gasol. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. Gasol's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
James looking it over. Now here's Kuzma. He's covered closely. And the layup's good off the glass. Hart's got 5 points so far.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ingram's checked in.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for McGee. First in field goal percentage, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Here is Conley after the basket by Los Angeles. Gasol on the high post. Clock at 6. Trying to find Parsons and gets it to him.
And the recognition Gasol has is tremendous. I mean, you can't leave anyone open or he'll find them.
Lakers leading by 21. Now here's Ball. He has 5. And here's James outside. And McGee kicks to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Back to Mack. Conley with the 3. Good. And the nice assist from Mack. Mack's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
No, thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And you know, Chris, you and Kobe both playing from the same era of the NBA. He was sharing his thoughts about current trends in the league. Do you feel it's different from when you and Kobe both played?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you look now, I do think that the game has changed, but I just think that's great because the game has evolved. Great players have come before us. Great players come and try to get better after that. And I think right now what you see is the accumulation of some great players and then young players studying the game and taking it to a new level. So can't wait to see where the game goes.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Able to keep his balance even while getting hit. I mean, ball absorbs contact very well.
Mack finds Caspi. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Parsons outside. Outside Gasol. From deep. Brooks misses.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And here is Mack. Baseline try, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups and knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and 3 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of 2, one being Anthony Davis. The fact He can get his shot. He's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the three-point line. He can dribble and get a three. He can take you out on the three-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the three. He can get it at the three-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and one, and then he can take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie Cousins.
And that list is growing. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. All out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's James in at the three, the small forward. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Conley kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Oh, James is a tough defender. He uses his body well. He stays with this man and makes life difficult on him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now here is McGee. Back to Kuzma. To the paint. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy deuce.
Conley, the pass to Jackson. Gasol up top, guarded by McGee. In the corner, Parsons with it. Misses the three.
Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
LeBron can't get it to go.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
Third straight miss to start the half. But it's still early. No need to panic.
Now, here's Ball. 7 points in the game. Parsons, right side. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses. And they finally get one to go. I mean, it's just in time. An 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
Pass to Kuzma. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Kuzma.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in. Here's Temple. James covering. Here's Temple. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Jackson. McGee with the block. And he's able to get it back. Count that bucket. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Ball against Conley. Pass to Kuzma. Launches a 3. Brooks grabs the board.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Ingram. Conley kicks to Gasol. Pass to Brooks. Back to Gasol. And there's Jackson on the assist by Gasol. Jackson's got 8 points.
You can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
Kuzma passes the ball. Down low, looking for McGee. He gets it there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Temple. He kicks it to Gasol. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 5.
Great dribble move. I mean, you wouldn't see that from Gasol early in his career. Boy, how he's molded this game.
And Chris, you look at Marc Gasol and how he has transformed over the years, gone from a big body inside to a slim and sleek center.
Think about it. Marc has been so effective into his latter years because of slimming down. He's focused on his health now, and it's helped his mobility and I say playmaking. I mean, look, this guy grows his own vegetables in his backyard. That's how dedicated to his health he is.
And here is Conley after LeBron James hitting the 3. Conley against Ball. Conley's shot is off.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and it throws his shot off.
LeBron dishes to Ingram. James kicks to Kuzma. And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
And the first one drops. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, if former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. And so you understand guys' tendencies. You learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right-to-left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also, you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, if you've been practicing against them, that's a good thing.
Back to Mack. The pass to Conley. Here's Noah. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Some changes for Memphis. Caspi, he's checked in for Gasol. And Brooks subbed in for Mike Conley. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And how about that quiet confidence with which Noah plays? A long, skilled defender who also chips in occasionally on the offensive end.
And Mack kicks to Caspi. Shoots over McGee. McGee with the block. Back to Mack. At the top of the key, Caspi. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Brooks with no one around. Good on the triple. Brooks has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
To the middle. Stolen by Noah. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Caspi, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's the Lakers on the break. Rondo with the ball. Second shot opportunity. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks outside.
Lakers foul. Rajon Rondo.
Along with the rest of their troubles last year, the Grizzlies had a very hard time stretching the floor.
Yeah, and they were 25th in the league in three-point percentage. I mean, teams did not have to respect them from out beyond the arc. And that made an already pedestrian offense even more sluggish.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And both free throws good for Brooks. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we can handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Offensive rebound, Brooks, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against the Lakers. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, Dillon Brooks, the Oregon product, taken in the second round of 2017. Ended up being a fantastic find for this team. He logged a lot of minutes on the floor as a rookie.
Now here's Rondo. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Chandler. That one's off, still out of sync. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Inside. Here's Brooks. Takes it off the glass. Brooks has got 6 here in this quarter. And for the Grizzlies last year, there were some minutes to be had, and Brooks made the most of it.
I think Brooks was the lone bright spot for the Grizzlies last year. I mean, if you ask me, he showed great dependability for a second-round rookie. He's already proven that he is a player who deserves minutes in the rotation for the foreseeable future.
So it's the Lakers now. The Grizzlies making the shot. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Brooks right side. Kicks it to Mack. Brooks outside. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 16. It's stolen by Mack. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Ingram's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Parsons is checked in. Rondo looking around. Passes it to Ingram from deep three-point range. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. And Mack kicks it to Noah. And it's Brooks in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ingram passes to Hart. Chandler outside. Pass to Ingram. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Stevenson. He's covered by Mack. Hart kicks to Rondo. Over Mack. A shot by Rondo is no good.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Lobbed up there for Chandler. An emphatic LU jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Now here's Matt. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Brooks gets it to go.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. They lead by 17. He dishes it to Ingram. The offensive rebound, a second chance effort, and Chandler lays it in.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
The Grizzlies have gone 9 of 13 from the line. And so he hits both. Lakers leading by 17. Rondo with it. Stevenson outside. Here's Hart. Back to Stevenson. Over Jackson. And Jackson with the block. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead, leading by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Noah is out there with Jackson. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Brooks. And it's Mack in at the 1 spot. Good D by Rondo.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Mack. Outside Jackson. Brooks against Ingram. Brooks kicks it to Noah. 5 on the clock. Parsons' shot is off. Lakers leading by 19. Here's Hart. Feeds to Ingram. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brooks finds Jackson. To the middle. Here's Mack. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Now, those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Memphis. Temple comes in for Brooks. And for the Lakers, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Pass to Stevenson. Here's Hart. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Mack looking around. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
Mike Conley's checked in for Memphis. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Stevenson. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them. And just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Gasol, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Rondo kicks to Chandler. And Jackson with the block. And they get it back. Here's Stevenson. Out to the right wing. Here's Hart. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Outside Conley. To the paint. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Conley. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Now, here's Stevenson. There's the pass to Hart. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Stevenson. Jackson misses. Lakers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Rondo. Jackson against Stevenson. To the middle. Down low, trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Here's Temple. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Memphis. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And that one's good by Stevenson.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Parsons outside. Jackson up top. He's guarded by Stevenson. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Los Angeles calls timeout. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team, and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player this whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Now here is Carter. Following the miss by Lance Stevenson. Carter kicks to Gasol. Fades and shoots, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Nice job. Gasol has great touch from these in between spots on the floor.
Now Stevenson. Beasley outside. Stevenson against Gasol.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Now here is Carter. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the fifth week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strength and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners. I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
Lakers ball.
The Lakers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Stevenson drives in. Wagner can't hit.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking. That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Now, here's Stevenson. D right on him. Passes it to Wagner. Gasol with the steal. Here's Zeldin. Dishes it to Carter. You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of the game, but C-Webb, would you agree that progress has been made in that area?
Yeah, I think so, and I'd like to blame a lot of European players for bringing that over along with soccer. Soccer with the flopping and that, and we've kind of taken away. And I know a little bit about flopping. We had some floppers on my Sacramento team, and so flopping is frustrating. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys earn it. This isn't soccer or football, and so I think the league has done a very good job, whether it was trying to find guys early or just embarrass you and say, hey, you're Shaq the fool. Get up right now. No one touched you. Why did you flop or act like you were hit and move 10 feet back on the side? I hate flopping. But then again, you must embellish. You must be a good actor. You've got to put the referees in a tough position to make a good call. How do you find that balance? But I think the NBA has done a good job of making sure that it isn't encouraged and isn't rewarded.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Lakers. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jackson, he's checked in for Rab. Parsons comes in for Caspi. Garrett Temple has checked in for Wayne Selden. And it's Mike Conley in for Carter. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Memphis. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Caspi comes in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Garrett Temple.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now here's Parsons. From the arc. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And 11 points for Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Conley against Rondo. Not too long ago, C-Webb, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in demand.
Mikhailuk off target from outside. Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Lakers leading by 23. 1:49 left in the game. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And for the Grizzlies, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. It's Brooks on the wing. Here's Noah. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Lonzo Ball.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And he knocks down the first one. Brooks checked in for Chandler Parsons. Good on both. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies' interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
Here's Rondo. The Grizzlies making the shot. Stevenson with it. He's picked up by Brooks.
Good shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Stevenson.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Stevenson. Here's Wagner. There's the dish to Rondo. Pass to Wagner. Back to Rondo. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. LeBron, what did you pick up defensively that allowed you to win this game?
I mean, well, they broke us down still off the bounce. We want to do a better job of trying to keep our chest in front of them, but we did a really good job of contesting their shots, and it allowed us to get on the boards and get rebounds.
No rebounds, no rings. Congrats, LeBron. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.